Still stuck living the same way day after day? It's time to wake up, because there's a ridiculously simple way to flip your whole life around. Watch this video and see how fast everything can change.
Have you ever messed up a meeting, said the wrong thing, or replayed a conversation in your head so many times it started to feel like torture? What if I told you that you could rewrite that memory, not only in your mind but in your actual life? That you could change how people see you, shift how events unfold, and even undo emotional pain, all through a simple but powerful mental practice. Sounds crazy until you understand the science. Today, we're diving deep into two of Neville Goddard's most mind-bending ideas. That everyone is you pushed out, and that you can literally revise your past. And here's the best part. Neuroscience is now catching up to what Neville taught decades ago. Neville Goddard was a mystic who believed your imagination isn't just daydreaming. It's the creative force of reality itself. He said, "The world is you pushed out," which means every person and situation in your life is reflecting your inner state, your assumptions, beliefs, and emotions. If you assume people don't respect you, you'll keep meeting disrespect. If you assume love is hard to find, you'll keep proving yourself right. But when you shift your inner belief, your state, the world mirrors that change back to you. It's like reality is your reflection, and you're standing in front of the mirror with the power to smile, change expression, or turn the light up. Now let's talk science for a second, because this isn't just mystical poetry. In neuroscience, there's a concept called memory reconsolidation, and it's a game changer. Researchers discovered that when you recall a memory, it doesn't stay fixed. It temporarily unlocks and becomes editable before it stores itself again, if you change the emotional tone of the memory during that window. For example, turning fear into confidence or shame into calm, the new version overwrites the old one. Your brain literally updates your past. That's the biological foundation of Neville's revision technique. Now let's make this real. Anna from Poland is a perfect example. She had a horrible job interview. She stumbled over her words, forgot her main talking points, and walked out certain she'd ruined her chances. That night, she tried Neville's revision practice. She sat quietly, replayed the scene. But this time, she imagined herself smiling confidently, answering with ease, and shaking the interviewer's hand as they said, "We'd love to have you on the team." She felt it real, as though it had truly happened. 2 days later, she got an unexpected email from the same company. "We'd like to reconsider you for another position that just opened." When she went back, it felt effortless. She said the conversation flowed, as if the awkward version had never existed. That's revision in motion. Here's another one. Marcus from Toronto was struggling with his father. Years of resentment, old arguments, silence between them. He felt like the damage was permanent. After learning about Neville's "everyone is you pushed out" theory, Marcus decided to test it. Instead of seeing his father as critical and distant, he began imagining him as kind, proud, and loving. He'd sit in bed at night and picture his dad calling just to say, "I'm proud of you, son." He didn't tell anyone what he was doing. He just revised how he felt about his father. Within a week, his dad texted him out of nowhere, "Been thinking of you. Let's catch up." That's the world mirroring Marcus's new assumption. So what's really happening here? From a scientific point of view, the subconscious mind doesn't distinguish between a vividly imagined experience and a real one. When you imagine something deeply, with feeling, your brain fires the same neural circuits as it would during the actual event. MRI studies have shown this over and over. Athletes who visualize training trigger the same motor cortex patterns as those physically practicing. One Harvard study even showed that people who imagined doing finger exercises increased muscle strength by 13%, compared to 30% for people who actually did them. Your brain can't tell the difference between thought and reality, so it updates your internal programming based on what you feel to be true. When Neville said, "Assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled," he wasn't being poetic. He was describing neural rewiring. Let's go a little deeper. In psychology, there's something called reconstructive memory, meaning your brain rebuilds memories each time you recall them. They're not stored like photos in a file cabinet. They're recreated, influenced by your current mood, beliefs, and knowledge. So when you practice revision, you're not lying to yourself. You're editing the file. You're telling your subconscious, this is how that moment really went, and your brain rewires accordingly. Now here's the jaw-dropper. Your future behaviors, emotional triggers, and even what you attract into your life all stem from those internal files. So if you revise them, the external reality must follow. Let's meet Jasmine from New York. She had a falling out with her best friend, a huge misunderstanding that ended years of friendship. She couldn't stop replaying the fight in her head. One night, instead of crying about it again, she decided to revise. She imagined that same night, but instead of shouting, she saw herself smiling, hugging her friend, saying, "It's all good." She did it every night for 3 nights, just 5 minutes before bed. A week later, her friend sent her a message out of the blue. "Hey, I don't know why, but I've been thinking about you all week. I miss you." Jasmine said she actually laughed out loud, because she'd just rewritten that scene in her imagination. So whether it's Anna in Poland fixing a job interview, Marcus in Toronto healing his father relationship, or Jasmine in New York repairing a friendship, the principle is the same. Reality reflects the inner state. Change the assumption, and the mirror must respond. That's not superstition, it's psychology and physics working hand in hand. Modern research in quantum cognition even hints that the observer, your conscious awareness, influences outcomes. Not because of magic, but because attention shapes probability. Where focus goes, energy flows. And your brain literally reorganizes perception to align with what you expect. If you assume you're loved, your subconscious filters information to prove it. If you assume success, your nervous system primes itself for action and opportunity. It's not luck, it's alignment. And that's why Neville's ideas, once dismissed as mystical rambling, are now supported by cognitive science. Memory is fluid, perception is selective, emotion determines interpretation, and imagination, when felt as real, becomes instruction to the subconscious mind. You are not reacting to life. You are scripting it. So next time something goes wrong, stop replaying it with frustration. Close your eyes, breathe, and revise it. See it ending beautifully. Hear the words you wish were said. Feel the version of you that handled it perfectly. And let your mind store that new version. Because when you do, you'll find people soften. Circumstances shift. Opportunities appear. And life begins to feel like a movie that's finally following your script. Everyone is you pushed out. And every past mistake is waiting to be rewritten. You are not bound by what happened. You are empowered by what you imagine next. Don't fight your reflection. Change your expression. Your world will catch up. Let's pause for a moment and take this all in. You are not at the mercy of your past. You are not trapped by your memories, your mistakes, or the way people once saw you. The power to revise is the power to forgive, to reimagine, and to free yourself from the emotional chains that keep you repeating the same patterns. When Neville said, "Change your conception of yourself and you will automatically change the world in which you live," he meant it literally. Because every time you revise your inner world, every time you decide that the story goes differently, your mind, body, and even your nervous system agree. Your breathing changes. Your tone of voice changes. The energy you bring into a room changes, and that's what people respond to. So whether you use this to heal your past, attract love, or simply stop beating yourself up over something that happened 10 years ago, remember this. You're not escaping reality. You're creating it. Now here's the part most people miss, and it's the real secret behind why this works so powerfully. When you revise a moment and feel the new version as real, your subconscious begins to accept it as the truth. And because your subconscious runs most of your behaviors, reactions, and even your perception of others, everything around you begins to shift automatically, without forcing, without struggle. That's why people call Neville's techniques magic. But it's not magic. It's mastery. Let's make this personal. Take a moment right now and bring to mind one scene, maybe something that still stings. Something you wish you'd handled differently. Now, close your eyes for a few seconds. See it unfold exactly how you wish it had gone. Hear the laughter. Feel the relief. Sense yourself walking away from that moment feeling proud, calm, and loved. Let it sink in. That's revision in real time, and you just did it. That's how powerful your imagination really is. You don't have to wait for years of therapy or a perfect set of circumstances. You can shift it now, from the inside out. And here's something wild. Researchers have started to explore how this process might even affect physical health. Because when your brain rewires an emotional memory, your body releases different hormones, lower cortisol, higher serotonin, and better heart rate variability. It's as if the body itself breathes a sigh of relief when the mind releases an old wound. So when you revise, you're not just changing how you think. You're changing how you heal. Neville's work isn't just philosophy, it's a map back to self-power. It reminds us that everything we experience, love, success, forgiveness, peace, begins within. And that's the ultimate freedom. Because when you know that, nothing is ever truly lost. Every experience can be rewritten. Every relationship can be renewed. Every version of you is still available, waiting to be imagined into being. And that's what Thrive and Travel is all about, helping you explore not just the world around you, but the universe within you. So if this message resonated, if it stirred something in you, take a second right now to hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and share this video with someone who needs to remember their power. Because together, we're building a world where imagination isn't just fantasy, it's transformation. Thank you so much for watching Thrive and Travel, where we don't just talk about life, we reimagine it. Until next time, keep dreaming boldly, loving deeply, and remembering, you are the author of your reality.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to Thrive and Travel for your next adventure.